Good morning, I'm Noah Grant and this is Cougar News Now. Today, the varsity bass fishing team have state finals at Kentucky Lake. There are a lot of sports events happening this Saturday, including the girls varsity softball team has an away tournament. The co-ed varsity track team has a regional tournament. The co-ed varsity archery team has a national tournament at the Kentucky Fair and Expo Center. The boys varsity baseball team have a game at 11 a.m. The boys JV baseball team have a game immediately following the varsity one. Monday, May 14th, the varsity and JV baseball teams have home games starting at 5. Also, the varsity and JV softball teams have home games starting at 6. Wednesday, both the softball and baseball teams have away games almost every day of next week. See a player for more information.
The debate between Marvel and DC had been going on for years, so we decided to ask students about their opinions on said universes and the superheroes in them.
I like them both, but I think I prefer the Marvel Universe.
DC.
Comically, I prefer the DC universe, but in terms of movies, I prefer the Marvel universe.
Why?
Marvel's been super popular for at least my age group. They've had all the movies and they've just been super active in what they put out.
Because they own the rights to Predator, Alien, and Spawn.
I prefer the DC comics better because I just like the stories better, and it has like more of my favorite characters in there. Like my favorite character is Batman, and I'm wearing a DC Red Hood hoodie, and I prefer the Marvel movies better because they definitely make better movies and they have a whole universe made. Like Infinity War comes out, soon, and we've been waiting 10 years for this.
Marvel and okay, so DC is like super angsty and dark, and it's like I've got to brood over everything and internal pain and Marvel's like we're in for the lulz.
Marvel is a little bit more lighthearted, while DC can be a lot more serious at times. Like, the comics usually end up being darker.
Ooh, the difference between Marvel and DC, Marvel's definitely, I don't want to say childish, but it's lighter. DC's definitely darker.
I guess Captain America and Tony Stark, because Captain America's morals and the good in you and
Batman and I want to say Iron Man because he's rich. Even if he's Marvel, he's got wealth.
From the Marvel universe, I would say Captain America because of his loyalty to his country and his moral upholding. And from the DC universe, probably Superman or Wonder Woman because they're like beacons of hope. I mean, Batman's my favorite character, but he's definitely not like the beacon of hope in the DC universe.
oh yeah, totally forgot about him. Yeah, Spider-Man is like so realistic. Like he's a teen and he's like trying to just get through homework and stuff, but also there are villains and he's super sarcastic and witty, and it's like he actually has humor, and I think that's pretty cool. He's he's poor and he does his own things. He's not just like a billionaire that's like, here's this $1 million check, now let me go get some stuff. It's like he has to figure out his own stuff.
Iron Man and shit. And Batman. Even though Batman's
Spider-Man's definitely the most realistic in Marvel because, like I said before, he's a teenager that goes to school and other stuff like that, and he's an awkward teenager, and then real in DC would probably be gonna say Batman because although he's a human, but he's like peak level of a human.